Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie and today we're going to be doing a new 60 seconds challenge. This challenge is going to be the 5 stages of grief challenge. Now I got this idea from the Cub Scouts. Most of my 60 second stuff is going to be related to his channel. This is a little new screen. I accidentally had to leave an old game that I was playing and there's like a continue button. I think this is kind of cool and I've never seen this before, so I wanted to keep it. But basically, this is the idea of the challenge. First 10 days, you have to say no to everything, denial, except feeding/drinking. That includes you can't scavenge, you can't do anything like that. The next 15 days, you have to use the best weapon you can when an option comes up for it, anger. 10 days where you take turns saying yes and no to choices, bargaining. 10 days where you can't do anything involving a family member, depression, which includes like scavenging again. After those days, you can now start playing normally, which is acceptance. You must survive a minimum of 45 days. That's how you win the challenge. You don't need to get saved. You just need to survive 45 days. Pancake is optional, and you have to do them in order. So we're just going to get right into the video. We're going to start off with the first 10 days, which are you have to say no to everything, the denial stage. So we're going to go as a baddie Ted, and we're going to go fat man normal because little boy easy is a little too easy for me. So I'm going to try my best to get a ton of food and make sure that I get all the weapons for the third stage of anger. I'm going to grab Mary Jane, baddie Mary Jane. We're going to grab some... Oh my god, wasting time up in this BAMF. Jesus. Okay, grab all of that. Let's grab the Boy Scout book. Timmy, I guess, because he's in the way of the freaking Boy Scout book, okay? We're going to run back into our shelter. We're going to go over here. Let's grab the map. We're going to grab the padlock on the floor. We're going to grab 2 cans of soup over here. Run back into the shelter. Let's go over here. We can grab the gun. We'll grab Miss Dolores, of course. Run back. Let's try to get the med kit. Where that is, I don't even know where it is. Gas mask important. Med kit also very important. Need all that. I want to go get that axe back there. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Holy shit! Fucking run, Jesus! Grab a water. Run! We're good. It's longer. I could have waited. All right, so let's get started into the 5 stages of grief challenge. Day 1. So this is going to be the first day of the first 10 days. We have to say no to everything. And I only have 2 bottles of water. Oh my god. But our shelter honestly looks gorgeous. We got a radio, which is amazing. And let's move on to day 2. Where did that green puddle come from? Oh dear, a pipe is leaking green goo. That's not good. That's not good at all. We need to act now, and no one packed a mop. What do? We do nothing because we can't do anything at all. You know, everyone looks fine if I'm going to be honest. We couldn't figure it out, so we just assumed that that's what a regular pipe does in the event of a nuclear apocalypse and decided to ignore it. We've been feeling a bit funny though. Probably no connection to the pipe, none whatsoever. I would assume not. Ted doesn't drink anything, he might not last long. Can we spare water? Mary Jane needs it. And he left water for Dolores, and Timmy is just chilling. Mary Jane didn't utter a single word today. This is very odd. Maybe someone should find out what's going on with her. You know, I don't see the harm in it, but Mary Jane, we don't like you, so we're not going to do it. She still seems fine. Mary Jane started talking again. She's a strong young lady. She can handle herself. Peculiar. It seems the whole shelter has been shaking every couple of minutes, and it feels like it's getting stronger every time this happens. Here it comes again. It's way worse. It's an earthquake. Hold on to something. Well, guess frickin' what? We can't hold on to anything. So we're gonna lose the gas mask, the radio, and the flashlight. Amazing. That's the worst. Losing the gas mask right now is horrible. All right, it's day 5, so we're gonna have food and water today. We felt like something was staring at us from the corner of the shelter. We think it's a rat. At least it looks like a rat on a very good diet. We decided we need to do something about it. Or, to put it more bluntly, it's either him or us. Guess what? He's gonna take a wonderful can of soup from us, which is exactly what I need right now. Day 8, Timmy is not doing great. It would be a good way to talk to him and cheer him up. Well, guess what? Just like Mary Jane, no, we don't want to talk to you guys. We'll let you go crazy. Wouldn't you know it, our dear Mary Jane keeps a diary. For some reason, she was hiding it in the Scouts book we keep in our shelter. We have no doubt what needs to be done right now. Each of us must be assigned a role, and the diary must be read out loud, right? This is the first time that I agree. Privacy is privacy, and I respect it. And this is the final day of the denial challenge, day 10. Mary Jane thanked us for respecting her privacy. Of course, Mary Jane, I'll always respect your wonderful privacy. We are going to give some soup and some water. We are already out of water and we don't barely have any soup. So we're going to prepare an expedition for tomorrow. And as we were looking through the map, original markings, well, guess what? We can't do anything because we're still on a denial stage, technically. All right, moving on to the anger stage. 15 days where you have to use the best weapons that you can and always use the harmful option. So when we are going to send out Timmy, I'm going to send him with the gun, and because that is the most violent option. Hopefully Timmy can bring back some water because everyone's gonna die in like a couple of days. Ring ring, there we were thinking it would never hear a telephone signal again when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should we go answer it? Sure, Mary Jane, you go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, you know, you can answer angrily, right? Day 13. We only have 2 days left, so if we don't get any water in the next 2 days, we are absolutely cinnamon toast fucked. Alright, so welcome back. We are on day 3. This is my newly stocked shelter. It looks a lot better than the other one, to be honest. And here we have, this is insane. We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup. They're in our water. We swear some of them keep coming back, and they're bigger every time we see them. It can't go on like this. Time to wage our war on these spiders. Now, I'm not sure if this is what makes Mary Jane turn into a mutant or not, but I thought it was worth a shot, so we might as well see how it goes. No, okay. I'm pretty sure that is the thing, but Mary Jane has to like be hurt or something for it to even trigger. So we'll have to see it eventually. And ever since we jumped into our fallout shelter, we've been wondering about that other door in the shelter. Should it be here? Where does it lead? It's high time we checked it out. Well, guess what? We aren't gonna check it out because it's a big no for me. Day 5. Day 5 is food and water day. We'll do some food, some water. We didn't think we could. You know what? I'm not even going to read it because guess what? We can't do it. There isn't a lot of space down here, and we can smell everything. When one of the wall bricks got loose today and revealed a hole, we felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole. It's terrible. Should we investigate and remove the source of the stench? I would normally say yes, but today we're going to say no. And no one's sick, so we decided to ignore the hole, the stench, and anything that might happen because of it. We've taken enough risks already. We ended up feeling a bit unwell, and later on we heard something moving in the hall. A few hours after that, the smell was gone. That sounds pretty fair to me. And we might be safe in these walls, but there are other they can't sleep, but you guys are just gonna become tired. So ready? 3, 2, 1. Everybody is going to be tired. Yep, there we go. It has become more and more difficult to breathe in the shelter over the last couple of hours. We suspect there is something wrong with the ventilation. You know, I'm so sorry. Hopefully it'll fix itself. Day 9. No one is sick. As long as no one's sick, I don't care. We decided to ignore any problems with the vents and focus on other problems. As predicted, all of us developed a nasty cough. Well, no one's sick, so it's fine. A group of doctors knocked at our door today, requesting some supplies that would be helpful for refilling their first aid kit. They want 1 bottle of water, but I need all the water for myself, so it's a big fat no. And day 10, this is the last day of the denial challenge. So let's do some food and some water. And we don't have a radio, so great. Now we are going to move on to 15 days in the anger stage, which is using a weapon whenever it is possible. So it sounds like a plan to me. So we are going to plan for an expedition. We're going to send Timmy out tomorrow. And because we are sending Timmy out, I'm going to send him with the I would normally send him out with a gas mask because I don't know if the radiation is gone or not, but for the most violent option, I am going to send Timmy out with a gun. So good luck to me. Please bring back some more food. That would be greatly appreciated. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop, yet here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. So should someone go answer it? I mean, you know, Dolores and her resting bitch face can go answer the phone because I feel like she's gonna have some snarky attitude about it, so that's pretty angry to me. So we answered, and it was the nearby town of Hill Valley, so it is the twins, of course. And Dolores has not been very talkative lately. Should we chat with her and find out what's wrong? Honestly, I feel like in a mean form, let's talk to Dolores. We just sent her out to go get the phone. Might as well chat her up a bit. And day 15, we are on to food and water again. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. Well, guess what? We don't have a radio, so we're gonna head butt face into the twin ending. If there is one thing we need to do is to use our radio on a regular basis to catch any emergency broadcasts that might be transmitted in our area. It's either that or it's strolling around outside waiting to get picked up. The first option sounds a bit more sane, but guess what? You're saying our radio, but like where is our radio? Wouldn't you know it, our dear Mary Jane keeps a diary. For some reason, she was hiding it in the Scouts book we keep in our shelter. We have no doubt what needs to be done right now. Each of us needs to hand out a roll and read it out loud, right? I think in an angry fashion, reading it out loud is pretty mean, so let's do it. Day 17, so Mary Jane didn't leave. We managed to read the first sentence, then there was darkness and pain. Lots of pain. Dolores, oh my god. Mary Jane, you freaking beat up Dolores. You beat up your mom. Woman, crazy. We woke up to a dripping sound today and noticed that there was a leaking pipe. Well, let's slap a mask on it. Ha, problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. When we opened our bunker door this morning to let in some fresh radioactive air, we discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. No, never accept suitcases from strangers, especially in an apocalypse. Day 19 and Timmy's back. Hello, Timmy. You're not even sick. I'm so proud. He brought back our gun. He brought 1 can of soup, two water bottles, and 1 checkers. Great. That's fine. Let's plan another expedition because we can't go for another 10 days after this, I'm sure. So we're going to send Mary Jane out next time. We have a situation on our hands. There's a group approaching our shelter and they don't seem like an occasional friendly scavengers you run into. Not at all. They look like they're out for blood. Or cans. Probably cans. This is a terrible time for humanity if canned soup is enough to turn us into monsters. Anyways, we need to defend ourselves. Well, in the most violent fashion, we are going to take the gun and slap them with it. And day 20, let's see, our gun is broken, but that's okay as long as no one's hurt, besides Dolores, who's already hurt. It is not surprising that a few shots were enough to send those cowards running. The question is, what happens if the rifle malfunctions or we use all of our ammo? Ammo. We do need... whatever. Alright, so we'll do some food and some water, and we are going to send Mary Jane out, and I'm just going to give her the gas mask. As we were about to start our book club discussion on the only book we've all read, the phone book, we were interrupted by a rabbit knocking at our door. We found it was a group of refugees who survived the blast just like we did. They're doing much worse as us, and begged us to provide any food, water, or medical supplies that we could spare. Well, guess what? I don't want to give you any of my supplies, so goodbye. Now, reading this note down here, it says, Dolores has no color left on her face. Her injuries need to be fixed as soon as possible, so I think I'm going to use the med kit on her, just so we can have the whole family be okay for the time being. A young man paid us a visit today. He told us the story of his brave twin sister who went missing while spying on a nearby bandit camp. He said that while these circumstances are far from perfect, they were in fact meaning to contact us eventually and meet us. He believes the sister was discovered and is currently being held captive in that camp. He has a few men, but he could use all the help he can get. Should we help him out? Yeah, we'll send Timmy out. Timmy seems friendly. The young man was assisted by a group of other survivors, all armed but really friendly. We found the girl, threw her a weapon, and fought off the bandits guarding the exit. The siblings were happy to be reunited. They were also very confused. Turns out their bandit leader is actually their father. Crazy, small world we live in. Anyway, they're really thankful and promised to contact us again soon. Beautiful. Jimmy got back from the shelter from his expedition and looked fine. But it turned out he had hurt his hand on a piece of rusty metal and the wound was infected. It doesn't look like it's healing up. We have to patch it. So, as the challenge says, we're going to use the most violent option, so we're going to use the axe on Timmy. On day 25, this is the last day of the challenge. Mary Jane isn't back yet, but we'll see how it goes. Timmy is very brave about the idea of cleaning up his wound with a heated axe blade. It was a bit painful. It was soon over. The axe is in no shape to be used again, but Timmy seems much better. And food and water today. And what's that glowing in your pocket, Timmy? Oh no, mutated ants? They're terrifying little mandibles. Almost gave Dolores a heart attack. She wants them out, but Timmy says it's the beginning of an atomic ant farm. One of them has to have it their way, but who? Now, we remember from last episode, I picked Timmy, and he left and took a soup can. So I am never picking Timmy again, and I will pick Dolores this time. And day 26, we are moving on to 10 days where you take turns saying yes and no to choices, bargaining. So Timmy's a little bit cray-cray. He's also a little sick. Not sure how that happened. Timmy reluctantly agreed to get rid of the insects, but once they escaped in his pocket, they proved rather hostile. One even bit his finger. Let's keep our distance in case Timmy decides to mutate and grow a mandible overnight. You know, he's looking a bit cuckoo. A little scary over there. Timmy is bored out of his mind, and he won't leave Ted alone. First, he wanted to play tag, now it's hide and seek, which are both terrible ideas for a small shelter like this. Ted is in a bad mood and just wants to be left alone, but Timmy isn't giving up. How about charades? Go ahead, Timmy needs to become more sane. So that was our yes to our first answer. Mary Jane is back. Hello, Mary Jane, how are you doing? So Mary Jane brought 2 soups, 2 waters. She also brought a flashlight, but she broke our mask, but that's okay. We're 27 days in, so I'm sure it'll be okay. Mary Jane, I'm gonna have you wait until we are giving everyone else food. And we're just gonna give Mary Jane the food and the soup because she's pretty hungry and tired. And then we're gonna plan another expedition for the following day. Yesterday during charades, we learned that Mary Jane doesn't know how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism. It has left Dolores sorely disappointed. She insists on home, or rather school, sheltering Mary Jane a little. Well, guess what? No thank you. I don't want to do that. It's a no for me. Day 28. Oh, we got 2 cuckoo children in here, okay? Mary Jane has gone a little bit nuts. Honestly, everyone's going a little bit cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm going to send Timmy out. He is a little bit going crazy, so I'm assuming he's not going to come back, but it's one less mouth to feed. So if he goes, he goes. We'll see what happens. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just 1 can of soup, we can get all of its contents in the bag. Well, guess what? We're gonna get Sherkov because guess what? This has to be a yes. So we need to give him a soup can, even though we don't really have enough soup to even give him, but we have to. Painful. I don't know how much I want a cat in the shelter, but we'll see. Hello, Sherkov. Welcome. Welcome to the beautiful shelter. All right, food and water day. We're very low on everything, so we'll hope Timmy comes back and gives us some good stuff. Ooh. While playing in the shelter, Sherkov stumbled upon a wooden block. A wooden box that was hidden behind some loose bricks and contained some bug spray. Beautiful. Enough of this plain, tasteless water. Dolores is always really craving a cup of coffee. Real, true blue American coffee. The kind that you can drink 5 cups and still feel sleepy. But where are we going to find this in the wasteland? Well, Dolores' favorite diner is used to be a few blocks away. Maybe we should go on a coffee run. But who? I think it was a no last time. I think it was a yes last time. So, sorry, Dolores, you don't get any coffee. While trying to pet this little devil, we found a piece of paper on his collar with an address scribbled on it. Could it be a previous owner still around or worried sick? Chances are slim, but maybe we could pay them a visit. Or at least whatever's left of them. Sure. Go ahead. This is our yes answer. Alright, so we're moving on to 10 days where you can't do anything involving a family member. Depression. So this means we cannot go scavenging for the next 10 days. Good thing Timmy brought back a buttload of water. Jeez, oh my god. Crazy boy Timmy brought back 4 cans of soup, 6 cups of water, a radio. Wonderful job. Insane Timmy is the best Timmy, in my opinion now. We're gonna slap some food into Timmy's mouth. Not gonna do anything. Alright, and then the vehicle that was spotted on our earlier expeditions turned out to not be a shameless bandit trap. For now, it was an ice cream truck, armored with metal grills with an actual deadly, heavy machine gun fitted on top, and it's all covered with the colorful graffiti. It was missing wheels, but we're certain we can make it functional again with the proper equipment, or slap a Boy Scout book on it. I've never broken the Boy Scout book before. I didn't know you could do that. The Scout book has a whole chapter on alternate means of transportation. Using instructions from the book, we removed a caterpillar track from the destroyed bulldozer nearby and fitted it onto the other vehicle. We're not sure if it works yet, but it sure looks intense. And that took away our Boy Scout book, but that's okay. As long as we have food and water. Alright, so this is us. We're gonna make contact with the military. I don't think this has anything to do involving the family, so we'll listen to the radio. And Sherko's back, by the way. And we made contact with the military. Great. That's all handy dandy. And our trash is becoming super full, so let's just spray some bug spray on it. Day 39. Timmy's still insane. I don't really know what's going on there. Alright, curiosity almost killed the cat. Sherko found a tiny wire sticking out from the ceiling and pulled it on top of the plasters, and debris fell all over a table, topped off with a big meowing fur ball. What is this thing anyway? Nobody remembers it being there before. The cat might get angry if we take it away, the wire, so maybe it's best to leave it, or should we examine the wire? This starts a new ending, so I'm gonna examine the wire. I don't think that has anything to do with the family, but they are examining it, but it starts a fun ending, so... And day 40, this is going to be another food and water day, of course. We grabbed the cable and followed it to its rusty old truck parked on our neighbor's driveway. Upon opening the door, we were confronted with 2 men wearing huge headphones who looked extremely surprised to see us. They wire-trapped our shelter when we were asleep, and they were listening to everything we said. We gave them hell and marched back to our bunker. Alright, food and water today, and the agents who were spying on us now out the door wanting to explain themselves. Should we hear them out? Sure, let's do it. They were agents, real live secret agents on a government mission. We saw their identity cards briefly. They weren't listening in on us. It was a cat that they were interested in. They made a request too, wanting us to aid them with some of their top secret missions in the future. If we do that, they promise they will extract us to a government safe house full of supplies and donuts. Hopefully they can come back with more information. Hopefully, that'd be great. Mysterious sounds are coming from our radio, but they're hidden behind a ton of static. Do we want to tinker with it? Nope. We do not want to tinker with the radio. Tinkering with the radio is not smart. If we care about the future of our kids, we need to start homeschooling Timmy, or maybe shelter schooling. Well, guess what? I have nothing. There's nothing here. Timmy, you're just gonna keep going crazy, and I'm so sorry. During breakfast, Timmy eating our soup, you dumb. We don't have how did I run out of that much soup already? My goodness. The siblings are back. They've been back a couple times. They want our axe, but I don't have an axe, and I can't go exploring out, so the twin ending is slowly becoming not possible. We have a working radio. Why not use it? Maybe we'll even catch a broadcast or two. Go ahead. Maybe it'll make Timmy sane. And day 45. This is the last day of the depression stage. Oh, wow. We got 2 waters, 1 can of soup, and a Boy Scout book. Beautiful. That worked out so well. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang out our next top-secret mission that will surely land us in the VIP bunker very soon. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna send Miss Mary Jane. I'm gonna send her. Alright, and now we can begin starting to play normal. Acceptance. I have to survive a minimum of 45 days, so we already beat the challenge. Thankfully, we did beat the challenge, but I'm going to continue and see if we can get a actual ending. When we were about to go to sleep, when we heard someone knocking at our door. Who could it be at Sour? Who could be in this part of the wasteland? How in the hell did they survive the nuke? Should we open up? No, because it wouldn't be anybody coming to save us, so we are not going to open up. Here's the army. They want us to fire our flashlight. I'm gonna do it. Might as well have a couple endings set up. Everything was going as planned, but then the flashlight stopped working. We were lucky to get it fixed just in time to hear the distant roaring of the plane's engines. We're pretty sure the pilots saw us. Let's see if they get back to us. We saw something strange on our way back from the expedition. A chain of lights on the horizon, pulsing and flashing in a chaotic manner. It didn't make much sense at the time, but when we discussed it, Timmy read us... you know what? We'll decode it with the Boy Scout book. I've never seen that before, but we'll do it. Day 49. Mary Jane is back. Mary Jane is hurt. We have nothing to do to save her, though. So basically, it was just innocent kids trying to save stuff. Mary Jane is back. We barely made it out alive. You know, it was aggressive, but you know, she's okay. She's probably gonna die, though, because I don't have any meds for her. So I'm so sorry, Mary Jane. I'm gonna plan an expedition, and we are going to... Day 50, Food and Water Day. Where the fuck did Mary Jane go? Well, Mary Jane was upset that she didn't get any water. But guess what? It's Food and Water Day, so you bitch. I'm gonna send Dolores out. She can just go out free-handed. I don't care. You do you, boo. Timmy prepared a short message to be transmitted tonight. There are a few options on how we could do it. Let's try to pick the best one, or just back out completely. It's not too late to give up on this idea. I'm gonna use the harmonica. I feel like that's the best idea. Timmy went outside and climbed the highest point he could find, which in our situation turned out to be a fallen over truck with 2 more cars stacked on top of it. Probably not the safest place to be, but he managed to transmit the message successfully and return safely. Now we wait. Clearly, we're trustworthy after our last successful mission, as the agents came back with another request. We are to generously provide either a couple soup cans or some water bottles for the agents in the field. They take care of the delivery. In return, we'll be given an encouraging pat on the back and a promise of a better future in a safe government shelter. Well, of course, we will give you 4 bottles of our delectable water that we have way too many of. There's nothing more surprising than a knock on our fallout shelter door. Who could it be? Should we investigate and risk our very lives? It sounds like a good idea. Shall we open the door? I think we shall. Let's see if this is going to be the wonderful ending that we were expecting. No, it's not. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, nothing happened. Oh, my God, that scared me. We got a gun. Oh, Timmy's friends. Look at that. His scout friends brought us a gun. I mean, they totally juked me. I thought we were getting an ending, but you know what? It's perfectly fine. Food and water today. And what's that sound? A galloping horse? Yeah, you know what? Snatch my map. You do you, boo. Where the fuck did Timmy go? Oh, Timmy. We thought it was just a normal childish behavior, but it seems like he completely lost his mind this time. You know. And we're, nothing's more annoying than silence. Shall we get our radio to work again? Of course we shall. Might as well make Ted not go insane while Dolores is out and about. And... we woke up to the sound of banging on our door. Someone has been at it like there's no tomorrow. In the manner of speaking, that might be true. Shall we open the door? Maybe this time it'll be the actual ending that we are expecting. The end. And... yay! Successfully, we have gotten the... Dolores died, though. So, Ted, your whole family died. But look, secret agent ending, and you ended with a cat that you're allergic to. But... with that ending, that means we have with that ending, that means we successfully finished the 5 stages of grief challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be sure to do more like this in the future, and I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye!